Isn't it hard to live with weight gain, hot flashes, this constant feeling like you're out of control, and constantly talking to people about your ailments or problems? Isn't that hard? You know what also is hard? Having a life that's filled with strategy, planning, understanding that you can be in control of your life, even in menopause. Today, I want to talk to you about choosing your hard. It's a choice. So, if you are a woman who's in menopause, you're corporate, you are at a high level, VP level, C suite level woman, tune in because today we're going to be talking about choosing your hard. One leads to dis-ease and the other leads to ease. It's up to you. Tune in. I'm so excited to share today's conversation with you, which is called Choosing Your Hard. You know, after spending so much time coaching high level successful women, I've come to realize that we bought into this path that is not healthy for us. A lot of us are dealing with fluctuations in our hormones, in the way in which we see the world. We've bought into certain stereotypes and we live that out. We don't even know it, but we're unconsciously living it out. And we're making a choice. You know, we're choosing what I like to call the red pill, right? The blue pill, the red pill, that's from the Matrix. Your decision to stay in the Matrix, meaning like you have just decided to just throw in your chips, wave your white flag and say, whatever. I guess I'm doomed to have hot flashes. I'm doomed to not understand my body. I'm doomed to just having to be living this crazy ass life, rushing from here to there, feeling out of control, ready to go off on anybody at any moment, really thinking that you have no way that you're going to get yourself stabilized except through medication. And I want to talk to you about that because I'm not opposed to it. But my sister, we have to understand that our life doesn't always revolve around saying it's a pill, but it's a decision, it's a choice. And I am of the firm belief that you are capable of controlling your life, that you get to decide how you intend to walk through it, regardless of menopause, regardless of even the pain associated with your period, regardless of all of the fluctuations that we women have to deal with while working our corporate jobs, while raising kids. We get to talk about that and we get to decide how we intend to show up. Now, I get it. You know, so here's what I want you to know. This is not a one size fits all. Your situation is going to be different than my situation. Why? Because we think differently. We have different lived experiences. We have different ways in which we view the world through the lens that we view the world. And as a result of that, our emotions, the way we secrete certain types of hormonal responses like cortisol, insulin, all of those factors play a role in how you're going to be able to live and to live with this life that we like to call thriving, as the Rise Advocates movement evokes. And for those of you who have never been on my channel, my name is Diana Patton, and I am your authentic power strategist. I'm all about really understanding who you are. Your authentic power is what you need to lead into. If you don't know yourself, you don't know how your body responds to different foods, to different environments, and you're just coasting along all the while, just feeling out of control, sister, you're not able to do your greatest work. And my job is to let you know and to give you the resources and the tools that you can even find on ChatGPT. Like you can find all this on ChatGPT, but actually to do it is where the community comes in. It's working and being alongside other people who really speak the language of choice, right? And here is your choice. Your choice is this. You can definitely go get a pill. You can get hormone replacement therapy. You can get Ozempic. You can get GLP-1s. You can get all of these drugs. that are going to help you get to a certain point. But your body does not relate to that for the long term, right? Your body was designed to be in homeostasis. Your body knows how to clean up debris. It knows how to get rid of the junk. It knows how to do that if you lean into it. And so it's a choice. That's why the beginning of the video said a strategy, a plan, a clear, concise knowing of which path you choose to take. Not drifting along, feeling like, oh, it's horrible. Menopause is horrible. Girl, you better hand me a fan. It's a hot flash. And I'm not making light of these symptoms. I am telling you that, okay, if you don't feel well, shouldn't your full-time job be to figure out how to feel better and how to wake up with a sense of ease? How to wake up and say, I love my life. Even with all of these different fluctuating changes. I love it. Why? Because my body is trying to work on getting to homeostasis. But to the extent you keep saying, I'm just going to go ahead and take these pills, right, to level out my life, take the pill to give you a head start. And then do all the things I'm telling you to develop a strategy so that you can wake up with ease. Eventually, your goal should be, how can I mimic these drugs that I'm taking? How can my body on its own mimic these things? When we first started off talking about insulin issues, the goal for people who are diabetic, let's say, for example, the goal was take this medication and then eat this lifestyle, eat this way, live this way, so you can get off and you can wean yourself off the medication. Like, there's no one is really talking about, okay, how long should we be on GLP-1s? How long should we be on Ozempic? How long can I do this on my own? Am I capable of doing this on my own? And yes, the answer is yes, you are. Do not fall into the pill of the matrix, that you have to be intertwined within that matrix. You are perfectly and wonderfully made. God didn't make a mistake when your body was designed. The key is what you weren't designed for was to constantly stay busy, to be constantly connected to social media, to listen and take in all of the craziness going on in our world. It's to know it, right? I'm not saying you shouldn't know what's going on. I'm saying you shouldn't live by that sword. You shouldn't take that inventory of your life and say, oh, my life is horrible because we have all these problems. No, God knew that you were going to be alive during this time period. And if you dig down deep, you got to get focused on getting yourself healthy, getting yourself well, so that you can understand your specific assignment and how that blends into the world today. Less about overconsumption, because a lot of us are consuming way too much crap. That's my earring. Consuming way too much crap. And so the debris is on 100. There's so much debris that you have got to sift through, and your body can't take it, right? And like I said, no one size fits all, because some of you are living and you're just constantly going like this. You can't get sleep because your hot flashes are like overtaking you, because you're taking and eating and drinking foods and ideas and information that's causing your body to just flame up as much as it can, because it's trying to get you back in balance, my sister. It's trying to get your attention. It's trying to let you know that, listen, when that happens, here's what we can do. We can get into this meditation. And I know Oprah says, she said it on her special. Honey, you can go out to do all the meditation you want. Menopause is coming for you. Well, Oprah, I have a message for you. And my message is that I understand what you're saying, but I also believe that people who meditate and who do all these things to get themselves back in balance, there's no disclaimer if you're in menopause. It might be a little bit more challenging, because we have all these chemicals that we're reacting to. But I firmly and 100% believe that we get to have a sense of ease, a sense of flow. We might have a little bit more turbulence at this time, but it's all to help our bodies get back into a sense of balance. Period. Now, I don't have the celebrity card. I don't have all of the huge amount of followers at this point that you can see, but I will tell you this. I am dying on this message. Why? Because I know it's true. I know it's true. And I want to give women hope. I want to give them some hope and understanding that to the extent they are willing to step out of that matrix, and to the extent they are willing to dive into their lives, will they know? And and I get it, like our moms, our grandparents, they didn't know because they didn't want to talk about this. They didn't want to explore it. And a lot of us didn't even know that, oh my gosh, meditation is a thing. Like, oh, it's a thing. Oh, maybe I shouldn't be drinking so much alcohol. Or maybe I shouldn't just be living off, coffee and keeping myself going and working and staying up late and working 18, 19-hour days. A lot of us don't get the fact that we get to decide what our future is going to look like. And so we have to change this mentality. A lot of us are chasing the almighty dollar. We're chasing the millionaire mind. We're chasing this financial metric and losing our lives along the way. Smiling in photos, putting AI pictures of ourselves up, filtering out everything that causes us to look like we're perfect. And it's just not true. Perfect meaning like this facade. What is perfect is you. The way that you've been designed, you're perfect. You are. And blueprinted, imprinted in you is your assignment. So that's the goal today is really just to talk to you about this choice. It is really so amazing to live this way. And when you start living the way that I am talking about, and you have to keep following me on my channel, when you start living this way, you don't want to have it any other way. You want to because you're going to be feeling good, right? Your energy is going to be on 10. You're going to be like living with this mindset of unstoppable. You're going to be seeing what looks like problems and like wars and the Department of the Wars, right? The country seeming like it's turning on a different head. That doesn't cause you destruction. It doesn't. It makes you lean into it, makes you learn how to walk into situations because you are the light. You are the difference. You are the main attraction. Why? Because you know that, right? It's not to put other people down, but it's also not to be someone who's just constantly causing offenses because you've chosen to be your authentic self. I hope this message is landing for you. This is how we need to be talking forever. Okay. We need to make choices for our lives that are like shattering all these myths and stereotypes. And if you're picking up what I'm laying down and you're deciding that this is the choice I want to make, I want to live with this type of feeling, with this type of movement, then you got to join our movement, the Rise Advocates movement. And we have some options for you to be able to join us. Number one, I would love for you to join our email list. I'm going to have it linked in below because we send out weekly messages like this to make you make the right choice and that you get to step out of that matrix. That's one. The other option is for you, by the time you're listening to this message, for you to be able to join our academy because we have an onboarding that's happening. You can at least get on the list to be able to do that. And the third option, and I would say a really good option, is for you to join one of our Hotter at 53 events. They are conducted in person and online. It's an easy way for you to be able to get into our community and to get value just like this. if this is something that you're interested in, don't just leave this video and then just go on with your life. Like literally look at the caption, look at the link, and then I want you to click it so that we can stay connected. And I want you also to listen to the next video that's going to pop up likely from our other videos. Why? Because I want you to start to get entrenched. I want you to start knowing that you get options, and we are here to give them to you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you in the next video.